It's gonna be too hot to fish. Look, I fixed that. I have new numbers to go on for the license. There's still some dirt issues in here. See that? So look at this. Okay, so there's stuff growing. It's like inside the trailer. There's moss here, and then there's little plants growing. I have that there, the little plants growing, because it stays wet, because it's been so wet up here. So maybe I can get it. I'll soak it, brush it, vacuum it, maybe. See if I can get some of this stuff. Fix this up by moving the thing, so that could, we'll know next time we get a decent fish, but I might be able to get a deeper basket because that hardly goes in the water. So other than that, I also figured out that I could do this. Put this here, excuse me, put that there. I did cut the back off a bit. Unfortunately, I cut it too short, but I was thinking I could do is, if I get another one of the decals, I could extend it here and have it actually right on the wood itself. I'd not need to have the trough at all. I could even put a little end up here to put the fish against, or I could just get one of the bigger folding bump boards. Or actually, the folding bump boards are very expensive. This works, but I could probably make a folding bump board. Okay, so 2 days of working on this thing, and look how nicely the carpet came up. Ouch. Look how nice the carpet came up. Dish soap, scrubbing, water, and so I had vacuumed it, and yeah, initially I had done cleaning in the back. I would spray dish soap directly on the floor and scrub it and then rinse it. And then yesterday I came and I did further up and stuff. And for the most part I got rid of all the weeds and such. And then the wind came up and blew it full of FOD and carcasses from the fish fly hatch, which I tried to vacuum out today, but it's filling up again. However, it looks so much better, and the carpet's actually dry now. Yeah, it didn't help. I guess it didn't hurt. It was 100 degrees out today, but the carpet's actually dried. The FOD or whatever, the oil, grease, whatever it was on, it's gone. So I'm moving the transducer. When I first installed it in my backyard, I didn't take into consideration the keelson on the bottom of the boat would interfere with the contact with the water. So I'm moving it now. I filled the original holes with JB Weld yesterday. I'll paint them. And then I drilled 2 more holes in a perfectly good transom under the water line. And hopefully I'll be able to have contact with the bottom above 15 miles an hour. Oh, I got the easy cam post to be easier to install every time, so kind of foolproof. So I marked on the post here how it aligns so that the 2 cameras are in the alignment that I want, and I marked camera so that it'll be on the angle that I need it to be on, because I set them in the boat after I get to where I'm going to fish. And then I was thinking that since I have these 10-foot cables, so I can run them off a power brick, if I were to install a USB port here and run it off the battery, and I could just plug them in here, instead of having a power brick here. And they would run longer. They could run all day. Now all I need is a big screen sonar to put up at the front there that I can see from the console when driving and when fishing. One of the big 10 or 12 inch ones would be perfect. Anybody want to donate $2,500 for the cost? These are the new numbers. I don't have any Varsol, so I couldn't get the glue off from the old stuff. But then I had a thought, what if I were to redo it over the winter in the Princecraft font and color scheme within reason, and that could be pretty cool on the boat. So we'll see. I can do that myself. I was in the sign business for 22 years. I could do that. Winter project. I want to raise these side bunks. To get the boat all the way up on the trailer, the bunks have to be underwater. What I'd like to do, and there doesn't, you know, it's not really well in there anyway. What I would like to do is raise them up so they're like here at the top, kind of thing, up on this panel here, and maybe move them in a little bit so that it can't load offset. Could you see the amount of space there? Then you see the amount of space over here, and it can actually get up on a rib if it's not centered on the trailer.